Hello everyone, I'll make a brief overview over the ImportManager nopcommerce plugin. This plugin allows you to import data to your store using Excel spreadsheets, XML, comma-separated value files, or TXT files. Using this plugin will increase your store productivity while importing. So I'm having the nopcommerce 4.40 installed and loaded with some sample data. Once ImportManager plugin installed, you'll see a FoxNetSoft tab in the administration menu. Expand it and an ImportManager tab shows up. It contains 3 tabs: Templates, Report, and Configure. Let's start with the Configure tab. Firstly, if you are using the SQL Server 2014 or older, you have to put a check in this box in order to plugin operate normally. Next is the Enable Debugging checkbox. Once checked, every operation will be written to the log file and can be downloaded later. You should send logs to the developer of this plugin if you find an issue. Next fields are related to the registration of this plugin. I'm using the unregistered version right now, so I'm having only 15 trial period days, and I'm limited to only 50 items to be imported. Okay, so now let's proceed to the Templates tab. Here you can create and import templates. Here is the list of all of your templates and search filters. Let's add new import template. So here are 5 tabs, the settings of the new import template. First one is the main tab. Here are all the entries that can be imported. You should select one of these for an import template. So let's select a product for the simplicity of our tutorial. The next is the entry key. It can be either ID, SKU, GTIN, manufacturer part number, or name. This entry key will be used to map all the existing products with the new ones that are being imported. So you must add this key in your file. I'll show it a bit later. The next is the format of the import data. It can be either comma-separated value file, CSV, XML file, XLSX, which is an Excel spreadsheet, or TXT file. Let's leave it with a comma-separated value file for this example. Next field is the action that will be performed during import. Insert and update means that new entries will be inserted and those entries that already appear in the website database will be updated. Choosing insert will not update existing entries, and choosing update will only update the existing records. In the encoding field, you should select the encoding of your file. I'll leave it to auto, but you can select it manually. Next, you have to enter the name of the template that will be created and admin components if needed. Okay, so the template 1, for example, and component 1 to 3. Next group of fields sets up the import source. You can import all from one folder on your server, so you can select folder and place a folder path. You can import only one file from a URL, so you just paste a URL here. You can import files from FTP, FTPS, or SFTP. You provide all the necessary data, check the FTP connection, and it will import for you. And also you can import the zip file, which should contain file with the entries and photos. So this zip file should contain only one file with entries and as many photos as you wish. And also you can upload just one file with entries from your computer. Once set up the main tab, you should save everything. Okay, so here we have save and continue to edit. The ID was assigned to our import template. So now let's get to the import settings tab. If the first line in your import file contains the header information, you should mark this checkbox in order to program skip this line. This checkbox. The column determiner is a symbol that splits columns. In comma-separated values file, by definition, it's a comma. If some of your fields are enclosed in quotes or other symbols, you should enter that symbol here. Next, you can specify a warehouse, manufacturer, and vendor. To remove all pictures or mapping, you can check these boxes. Let's move on to the column mapping tab. Here you should enter the mapping of your spreadsheet file. Let's add a new column as an example. Column source can be either a name of the column specified in the top row or a number of that column starting from 0. Column destination is a parameter that this column contains. You can find every possible column destination that is supported by nopcommerce. Not to mention that you must add a key that was specified in the main tab, so that import will be successful. In the Schedule tab, you can schedule an import. For example, if you check Sunday and Wednesday and 3:00, every Sunday and Wednesday at 3 a.m. an update will take place. The report tab contains all reports from the imports of this import template. All reports for all import templates can be found in the report tab right here. Okay, so now I'll show an example import. So we go to the templates tab. We create a new template. We will be importing a product for the simplicity with the entry key of SKU. The format will be comma-separated values. The action will be insert and update, and the encoding will be auto. So let's name it as an import product 1 without any admin comments, and we'll specify the source later. Now we can save and continue editing in order to make some import setting adjustments. So we want to skip the first line because we will have a header in our file. The column determiner will be comma because we'll use a comma separated file. The field enclosure won't be in our file, and we won't use date and time. We don't want to specify warehouse, manufacturer, vendor, and other things. So let's go to the column mapping. So the first column with the number of 0 will contain the key, which is the SKU. We had mentioned that in the main tab. Add new record. The second tab with the number 1 will contain a product name. The third column with the second number will contain a price. And the fourth column will contain a picture. So now we save and continue editing. We go to main, and we have to create a comma-separated file with those fields. Let's get to this. So here I have a file. It has 4 columns. The first one is SKU with the 2 sample rows, sample SKU1 and sample SKU2. The first one product name is computer, the second one is phone, price are $500 and $200 US. And I found some of the pictures. Here are those pictures. That's a mountain for our computer and a seal for a phone. So we just save that file on the desktop as the import1. We go to the source of file, change it to the upload file, and upload this file, import1. Press the button import now, and after a few seconds the import takes place. So here we have the report of our last import. It says that I'm using the unregistered version of the plugin, and also it says that 2 rows were updated. Now let's go to the catalog, products, and see the products that were inserted. Go to the fourth page, the last one. So here we can see the picture, the landscapes for the computer, and the seal for the phone, our SKU, and prices that were in the Excel file. Also, our products are not published yet because we haven't specified that in our file. Okay, so now let's go back to the import manager. Go to this template. Now we will go to the column mapping and add column with the published column destination. Add new record. So we will add another here, published, true and true. Now we save that file again. Go to the main, upload file, import one, so separated value, and import now. So we see the last report, the success, updated 2 rows. We go to the catalog, products, and here we can see that our 2 products were published. Note, the plugin didn't create a duplicate of the existing products because we matched the SKU, which were the product keys. So now we want to update, for example, our existing product, build your own computer. We want to change its name to build your own PC, for example. So we copy the SKU. It's a bit small. Okay, so product name, your own PC, with the price of, we had a price of $1,200. Now we'll set it to $1,500. We don't want to change the picture, and the published will be true. And also we want to dispublish the phone. So we change it to false. Now we go to the FoxNetSoft import manager, templates, edit, choose the file, get the import one and import now. So everything went great, updated 3 rows. We go to the products. Here we see the name changed to build your own PC. The picture didn't change, the price changed, and it's all because we entered the SKU as a comp cost. Also, if we go to the last page, we can see that phone is not published because we changed that to false in our file. Okay, now we want to change the picture. We want to delete all the old pictures of our computer and change it to the seal so that every product would have the picture of the seal. So we just change the picture, save the file, go to the ImportManager, edit, we go to the import settings, we check the remove old pictures box, save and continue edit, to the main tab, upload the file of ours, import one, and import now. Successfully updated 3 rows. We reload the product list. And we can see that the picture of build your own PC changed to the seal with deletion of the previous picture. The same was performed to our 2 other products. Okay, let's go on with our tutorial. Now I'll show you how to import localization. I have Russian language installed in my nopcommerce. So here you can see Russian language. So if we go to the edit tab, we can see the ID of this language as a 2. Okay, so now we can go to the FoxNetSoft ImportManager templates and add new template. So we want to enter the localized values with for a product with an entity key as SKU. Everything will be the same except the name. It will be localizing product. Right now we will be importing that from folder. I have a file in a folder that's located on this path. Okay, so we'll save and continue editing. Now we will go to the column mapping. The first one column will contain the product key, which is our SKU. The next column will contain the language ID, which is Russian in our, and the third column will contain the product name. Okay, so now we open that Excel file. So here we can see the SKU. We have 3 products. We have the language ID of 2, which is set to Russian, and the product name. Let's just say it as a seal 1, seal 2, and a computer. Okay, now we save that file using the Ctrl S. And we will try to import it. Firstly, we have to save and continue the column mapping, and then we will import now. Once done, it shows us the success of updated 3 rows. Okay, so we go to the this catalog products. Well, let's go. Let's see them in computer. Edit. And in Russian language, there is a product name computer. So everything's okay, and we imported that name. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this plugin, because it really makes importing stuff really easy and saves a lot of time.